Hello everyone, my name is Melinda Hart. You are watching Stamping with Hart. You can find more information about me on my blog at www.stampingwithhart.blogspot.com. Today I decided to speed up this video because this is a shorter tutorial, very simple tutorial. So let me just give you a little insight as to what today's video is going to be. I am using the Hydrangea Haven Stamp set today to create very soft watercolor cards, very simple watercolor cards using the Subtles colors in Balmy Blue, Blushing Bride, Highland Heather, and Mint Macaron. So I'm going to be using the watercolor paper today. I'm going to be using the water painters. You get 3 when you order those. I am cutting this down to 4 by 5 1/4, the watercolor paper. And I'm also going to be using the Versamark ink as well as the white heat emboss powder from the Basics heat emboss powder in the Stampin' Up annual catalog. I was originally going to use Queen's Anne's lace, but I found out that it is gone. The English version was sold out. The French version, the last time I checked, was still available. But I decided to substitute with Hydrangea Haven because it's one of my favorite stamp sets. So I just inked in Versamark. I just used an anti-static tool over the watercolor paper to make sure that, you know, the oils from my fingers and everything, that the heat emboss powder will only stick to the ink and not to anything else. So I'm stamping 2 hydrangeas, one in the upper left corner, the other in the lower right. And now I'm stamping my sentiment in the lower left where I know there is a free space, because sometimes when you do heat embossing and you're stamping clear ink on white paper, it can be very difficult to see where you're stamping and you might have some overlap. So by creating just a basic map going, you know, top left, lower right, then you have a better understanding of where your positioning is, and you don't have to worry about messing up your stamping even if you can't see it. In person, it's easier to see, but it's very tricky to show on videos sometimes. So now I am just heat setting our heat emboss powder with my heat tool here. You're going to want to take a few minutes, you know, just to give your heat tool a minute to warm up and then to actually set your 2 stamped hydrangeas, and then also the sentiment as well. This is where I'm getting into my water painters and I'm talking about the various sizes. We're going to use the largest and the middle brush size. So what I did was I took my re-inkers, I put them on clear blocks, and then I'm also squeezing a little bit of water out so that I'm kind of softening up the color. And now I'm just coloring in the images. This is called, you know, heat emboss resist, meaning when you stamp and you heat emboss before you color your images, the areas that have been set with your heat tool are going to resist any of the ink. So basically what that does is it just creates this really soft outline and impression of your flowers, and you can color the watercolor paper with whatever, you know, shades you would like. And it just creates this very soft, you know, shabby chic. It looks very artistic, but it is actually just a very simple process of, you know, coloring with your inks. So this is something that I like to recommend if you are just starting out with heat embossing, or if you're just starting out with playing with your water painters. This is a nice and safe, easy product, or I should say project to work with. Now we have a lot of things coming up, you know, for spring and for Mother's Day and for graduation. You may have, you know, weddings or different things coming up where you might want to use your floral stamp sets like Hydrangea Haven. Hydrangea Haven will be in the new catalog, by the way. It is moving over, but the bundle savings is ending with this catalog that's going on its way out on May 2nd. So starting on May 3rd, you can get Hydrangea Haven, but you'll no longer be able to get the bundled savings on it. So if you want to get the bundle, I would recommend that. Today, I'm just working with the stamp set. Now we're doing this a second time so that I can work with the other color combination. With the first one that I did, I kept it pretty much very like close, like within the lines, like basically tracing within the lines. So it just looks very simple and very neat. This version that we're going to do here is going to be a little bit messier, working a little bit more outside the lines. And we're also going to be adding a balmy blue background. So if you want to add some more color to your set. The stamping and the heat embossing process is exactly the same for both cards, and you'll see that when it's finished. I also wanted to take advantage of using this acetate paper in the purple and the pink, which originally was part of the whole Hydrangea Haven. There was at one time there was a suite, and I had some of that paper left over, so I wanted to incorporate that as a layer in these cards. Now, let me just give you a little heads up as to what has been going on with Stampin' Up! And what's coming if you don't already know. So starting on May 3rd, 2022, Stampin' Up! Is releasing their new annual catalog. If you would like updates and you want to learn more about events and classes from me, be sure to sign up for my email list, which I have a link in the description box below. Now, I have also been offering an in-color club that is going to end on May 1st. So if you're seeing this video, you're going to want to either sign up for the club before it closes, which it's going to close end of day May 1st. And I will be billing through PayPal for 5 months. It's a great fun way to collect the in-color products if you're interested in that. But before you decide, let me give you a heads up on this starter kit special that Stampin' Up! Literally just announced for May. They are actually offering $66.50 in color products for free between May 3rd and May 31st, 2022. I'm going to put a graphic up on the screen here real quick while I'm coloring this. You can kind of see I'm just adding that balmy blue background. I just want you to see the value of what you're getting. The 2022 to 2024 in color ink pads, cardstock in 8.5 by 11 assorted, the 6x6 designer series paper, and the brand new 2022-2024 grid paper, which if you're not familiar with grid paper, that helps to protect your surfaces when you're stamping and embossing and doing all of your fun gluing and making all of your fabulous projects. Okay, so those 4 brand new in color products are going to be included in the starter kit for free May 3rd through the 31st, 2022. Now, that doesn't mean that's in place of. You still get to choose $125 worth of product that you want and only pay $99 for it. You get free shipping, you get a free paper pumpkin kit, and you're going to get all of those free in-color products that I just mentioned. So that is almost $100 in product value for free in that starter kit when you sign up between May 3rd and May 31st, 2022. I cannot believe the value of this kit. I'm going to have details on my blog. You can get the link to my blog in the description box below. You can direct message me. You can email me if you have any questions at all. I would love to have you on my team. If you have any questions about the starter kit, please don't hesitate to reach out. So here you can see I'm finishing up my cards. I used the pastel pearls on one card. I used the holiday rhinestones on the other in that soft blue shade. Holiday rhinestones are retiring with our catalog. Thank you so much, and be sure to stay tuned to the next video. Have a great day, everybody.